Why you people are joining so late? Huh? Okay. So can anyone say where did we stop in yesterday's class?
User
Can
define
anyone say?
package.
Yeah, packages we have stopped. Sorry. See, if you people join late, we keep admitting you people. Then there is no point in taking the class. You keep joining, we'll keep admitting you people. Yeah.
$1 ಗೆ 70 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ₹1000 ಆಯ್ತು.
Who is that? Who is that? Kaushik? Kaushik, you have any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So in yesterday's class, we were seeing about this, how to execute the packages. And we have executed this one. Okay. So I have started, let that start doing. I think now you are able to see this Visual Studio. So I just changed the background so that it should be visible for you people in the white. And tomorrow also let me check the properties for increasing the font size. Okay, so let that get import the required packages. And I will start with yesterday we have stopped about packages. We have started with interfaces, and we have seen how the interfaces, what is the constructors, how the interface, if we use multiple interfaces, can we use nested interface. Then yesterday we have started with a package. So what is a package? Package is a collection of similar types of classes, interfaces, and subpackages. Packages in Java can be categorized in two forms: built-in package and user-defined package. There are many built-in packages available. So like Java language, AWT, JavaX, Swing, .NET, input output, utility, SQL. So all these are the packages, inbuilt packages, which are there in the inbuilt part. So next is user defined, and we have seen this package. So where we've taken one package. So package is something like where you keep one folder. Within that folder, you may have any number of classes. And here in this program, we have taken three classes: circle, shape, and triangle. In circle, we are calculating the area of a circle. In a square, we are calculating the area of a square. And in triangle, we are calculating the area of a triangle. And there are three classes in a package called as a shape. And in the main program, so starts for the execution. In that case, we are importing the shape package. So import shape, then create object for all the three classes. So that is triangle, circle, and square. Along with that, we are passing what are the values for triangle, what are the value for area, and what are the value for square. Okay, let me see whether that execution part is done. Yeah, I think now you people are able to see the output. Can anyone reply? Whether you are able to see the output. Down, you have
Yes,
a
ma'am.
output here. Okay, so I'll just change the values. Yesterday I was trying out, so it will take some time. So that's it. So now I want to give area of a triangle as 20 into 20, and circle, instead of 10 I will give 5 5. So then for this, let me change to what is that, square. Square, let me change to 4. Okay, so let me execute it again. Yeah, you got, can you see both the outputs here? Initially it was 10, 3, 1, 4 and 80. Now because I have changed the value, so triangle, it is 20 into 20 divided by this is triangle, right? 20 into 20. So then what will be the answer for that? 200. And for circle we have given 5. Then for square we have given 4. So that's what, 4. So this, you can change like this and execute the packages. So, and again, how was the package? So you can see here the packages. So in this, you can see the package. I have created one folder here. So how to create a folder? You can click here. So you'll get a new folder here. This is in Visual Studio. So in the yesterday's, I just showed you ordinary way where my files are in the desktop, store all the 3 classes, execute them, compile them, then run them. So that's what here you can see, shape. So then there are circle, square and triangle. So once if you execute, means that if there are no errors, then you'll get a class file. So that's what you can see, triangle.class, square.class and circle.square. Circle.class. All these are present in which folder? It is present in a shape folder. It is present in a shape folder. And area. And area. Okay. So and again area, in area we have created this, that is class area and main program, main method where we start executing. So then creating the 3 objects here, one for triangle, one for circle, one for square. So 3 objects and passing a values for each classes. So I'm getting the results here. Yesterday I was trying this because it took some time. So now you can see after, before changing the value and after changing the value. So this is how you have to execute the packages. And even yesterday also I showed the packages you cannot run on the online, because right now we are executing everything in online. In online you can't execute the package because we have to create folder. But how do we create folder in the online? It becomes difficult. So that is one thing. So it is better always to execute your packages. You cannot execute in the online, you have to execute in your systems. And if you want to just check out whether the program is working, then you can make yesterday how I did, copy all the full program here, make it as a just ordinary Java program. Then you can see, okay, just to check whether you have any logic error in the thing. Yeah, someone is chat gave any message. Yeah.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
can you tell that the shape dot star function? Yeah, that's what shape dot star function is, nothing but here you have, right, this one. This is right, you're asking. So what is this is a package. This is a package, that is user defined package. We have defined the package. What is a package name? Package name is a shape. So in that package, how many classes we have? We have taken 3 classes. It is not required only 3 classes. You can take, in case if you're doing very big project, you can have n number of classes in that, in the package. And that in that package you can import what you want. So here we have imported a shape. Shape is what? Shape is a package. In that shape, right now, how many classes we have? Akrut, how many classes we have in shape package? How many packages we have?
3.
Yeah. So three we have, that is circle, square, triangle. I want all the three classes in this program. So that's the reason shape dot star. Star represent, or else what you have to do, shape dot class, circle, shape dot triangle, shape dot square. Instead of taking each one, we want everything, whatever is there in this package, I want all the classes. So in that case, we use a shape dot star. Is the doubt clear, Akrut? Is your doubt? Okay. So that is a work of shape. So how we do in a inbuilt functions, in your inbuilt function, we just say what is this? Okay. So in the inbuilt function, what we do, we say import, right? So we say import dot Java. Yes, you would have seen in other programs where what we have done in other things you would have used somewhere. Did we use any import statements? Any program where we have used import? Okay, so it is not present in this chapter, but we have used, you remember in the earlier modules, we have used a import. Here we have used import java.utility. So this is a built-in function. Getting what is the difference I'm saying? This, what is in this program, import java.utility.star. Dot star is what all methods, all classes which are present, methods will be present in a utility, and all the classes which are present in Java in utility dot star, whatever is there, I want everything. So in that case, we use this is a inbuilt function. But right now, what we have done, this what we have created here, you can see import dot shape. So shape is a package, so that you can see here, shape is a package name. What is this? Shape is a package name. So here, package name. So that I want to import. What is there in that package? We have three classes in this program. So that's the reason shape dot star. Shape star means I want all whatever is there in the shape package, I want everything. So that's the representation use of shape dot star. Okay. So next we see about a built-in package. Built-in package means already Java developers, whoever have created this Java compiler, they thought that there may require some packages, which generally for any project we will be using. So such type of inbuilt packages are called as inbuilt. So there, these packages contain large number of classes which are part of Java API. So take one small example in mathematics package, in mathematics, that is maths. So what are the classes we may require? Suppose let me say I want to calculate square or square root of a number, or I want to know what is a tan of a number, what is a sine of a particular number. Then it is not required for us to sit and write what is a san function, what is a square root function. So this is all inbuilt, already there. Just use that built-in function and take. Okay. Along with that, you would have seen in the earlier classes in a string chapter, I want to know what is the length of a string. So then what is that length? We know if you just use a length method or a length function, we'll come to know what is a length. In the same way, how many packages you have seen in string? We have seen upper, converting upper to lower, lower to upper, then concatenating. So there are so many. Those are called as a inbuilt. Already there is a present. We want to use them. Okay. So where these package consist of large number of classes which are part of a Java API. So what it is, like this, we have so many packages, but where the large number of classes are there in the Java API. What is API stands for? Can anyone say?
Application Programming Interface.
Yes. So whichever I want to import my input output. I want to import math functions. I want to import something else. Then you can use a API. And based on what is your project, based on that which I want. So those you can use. Some of the commonly used built-in packages, java.language. contains language support classes. Example, classes which define primitive data types, math function. So what is present in a Java package? Data types. Now I may say integer, float. Who told you that integer will take so much byte, float will take so much byte, double will take so much byte? So we have to specify for the compiler. So if I say integer, this much memory is reserved for this. If I say float, this much memory should be reserved. This will be done by a java.language package. So just now I told math. So there is one more thing called as a math, where you have a square root, tran function, all these are present in that. So these packages automatically imported. So how should we use those packages? We use a statement called as a import. Okay. So in the same way, I want in your C and C++, you would have seen in C scanf, printf. Those are built-in methods or functions. So in the same way, in C++, you have C in C out. Similarly, even in Java also, we require some input values and display something on the console. So that console means what? Output screen. So in that case, we use a inbuilt method that is present in a Java input output. Contains class for supporting input and output operations. In the same way, next, utility package. So just now I showed you one program where we have used a utility thing. So java.util. So contains what is present in that utility class, which implements data structures like linked list. So I want linked list. Linked list in data structure in the last semester you would have studied. So what is data structure? In that we have one concept called as a linked list. So what is this linked list is doing? What is this linked list is doing? So I'm reserving some memory for each of them and link all of the nodes. Nodes. That is what is called as a linked list. In the same way, we have dictionary, we have so many other things. So some for loops, time, date operations. Like this, we want so many utilities which is required for our implementing any program or project. In the same way, Java applets. So now desktop programs, we are doing desktop programs. Maybe sometime advanced Java, we will move on to the applets. So what is present in applets? I want to create one web page. So you would have studied in a web subject how to create a web pages like that. So in the same way, even in Java also we can create a web pages. So for that we require a applet. So that's what we say. All programs which you want to create for web pages, server side, client, all those are present in the applet. So contains classes for creating the applets. So in the same way, AWT, now I want the graphics. So now you would have seen so many movies where the lion is coming like this, and catching a cow or something like that. We want to do graphics. So that we want to, how you can do all those? You have one image of a lion and you want to move his, close his eyes and open his mouth. So these things you want to do in the movies. So how we do? We write a program to change all those things. So where in that, to do that, we have some built-in packages which are present in a AWT. So contains classes for implementing the components for graphical user interface like button, menu. So now you can see, I want simple things. If I say simple, I want to click. If I click on user, after you enter username, password, we click on login. So what is that? That is button. So like this, you may create so many things. So that is present in a AWT. So then next is java.net. So contains classes for supporting networking operations. Now, see, you can see I've started my laptop from 9:15 only, but it took so much time. Somehow my laptop, I was thinking whether my laptop will I be able to take a class today or not. It took around 9:25 it started. Okay, I thought, okay, good. So then my network was so slow today. I have on the thing, opening your this one was so slow. So that's how the networking problems are there. So to handle such type of operations, we use a java.net. So that is what networking operations. I want to connect. So now suppose you can see what the geo connections are there. So in geo connection, IN technologies are used. They are using a fiber net. So again, you don't ask me to explain what is fiber net, all those things. That is comes under a networking. I'm just giving you what are networking operations. So now what is GeoNet? So before Geo, so we were having Airtel, we were having Vodafone, all those things. So what they were giving the packages, uh, they initially maybe some 20 years down the line, even for the incoming we were paying the amount, but now you can say for incoming we are not paying, only for outgoing we are paying. Like this, all these technologies have come and it is changing. So in Java also now you can see they have used IN technology, that is fiber opticals. So why they have used this, you see now, uh, if you take a connection, you will you can get, I'm just giving an example, Geo. So in that case, maybe 5 devices it will take, along with the landline, along with the TV connections. Initial before some days, what how was the technology they used is, for TV we have to take separate thing. So set-top box was for TV was different, and for landline it was different, and for us to use internet we were using a data pack. But now everything is present in one thing, and because we have a high speed thing, so that's how here the networking operations day by day it is changing. So if you want to use such type, then we can import the package called as a java.net. Okay, so next, just now I showed you user defined package. So what is user defined package? Let me say you have done one, you have joined some company. Let me say you have joined some Wipro, and there you have started doing one project. Okay, successfully you have completed one project, and the second project, you again they have assigned one more project after completing first one. And in the second project, you got some modules which are same in the first project. So then what you will do is, instead of writing from the scratch, so you can take already present files into the second project. Yes. So then what you can do, you can just import them instead of writing completely from scratch and wasting again writing, wasting of time, all these things. We'll take which is present in already in the one project and use it in the second project. So such type of using is called as a packages, user defined, because it is related only for me, not for everyone. Such type of packages we are calling it as a user defined package. Similarly, just now I showed you a program. So what we have done, we have created one package called as a shape. In that shape, just to make you understand how the packages are working, so in that shape we have 3 classes. So I want to use all the 3 classes, so and I have to import this package into my program. So that's the reason import shape dot star. Why the dot star is used, or else I have to specify what I want in that package. Shape dot circle means I can only use circle class, and it within that what method is there in circle, what was the method name, so that also we can give. So that is called as a user defined package. These are the package that are defined by the user. First we create a directory, so that's what my package. Same way I have created a shape, name should be same as the name of the package. Then create my class inside the directory with the first statement being a package name. So static import, so that's about creating the packages, user defined packages. So next we move on a static import. So Java static import, the static import features of Java 5 facility that the programmer to access any static members of a class directly. There is no need to quality it by class names. Then why do we require a advantage of static and disadvantage of static? So advantage of static is less coding is required if you have access any static member of a class oftenly. So then disadvantage of static import, if you overuse the static import feature, it makes the program unreadable and unmaintainable. Okay, let us see how static, if you say static, so then what I can do, what we can do. So we just know all these days, if I say it as a static, there will be only one memory location allocated for that method or a class. So that's what we have seen. But now, if I say import static java dot language dot system, so then what it is doing, how it is calling. So then, so class static import example. So public static void main program. I just told you for any Java program, we require class name, and this main method. So in the main method also public static void main. So then here you can see out dot println hello. Then we have displaying out dot println Java. So now what is the difference between earlier programs what we have written and this program? Yes, can anyone say what was the difference? So in the earlier classes we have taken a system dot out dot println. So if you declare it as a static, that is not required here because we have already told how already we have a system here. You can see here what java dot language dot system. Already we have told system here. So then system is not required. Similarly, if I say system dot out, then I can remove out also. I can just use a println. Means what, it will be specific to that part. Suppose I want to use something else in the language, then again I have to write java dot language dot system dot in. Suppose if I say in, I want to take input, this is for output. If I want to take input, then I have to write system dot in. So that becomes, that is how where we can use a static. Okay, so next we start with exception handling. Should I start exception handling or no? So let me, in between, let me wait for some time because, okay. The uh, 1 second. Sometimes we keep, I forgot the path. Yeah, I got it. Okay, before I continue with my exceptions, today I don't want to start. So let me do with some more programs. Okay, so what is this is, so we have seen about abstract. Yes, so why do we require abstract? Can anyone say why do we require abstract? Why do we require abstract? Can anyone say why do we require abstract? No one is responding, whether you people are listening or not listening. Yes?
Displaying the essential features by adding the background details. We need to abstract.
Okay. So what is abstract is where we don't want to disclose everything. So the same way now you can see what did I do? I've just stopped the presentation. Then I have started again. Why did I stop? Because I should know the path and I don't want to show you completely where is my Java programs. So I want to hide something. I don't want to show you. So that's what is called as abstract. So either you can use abstract for the method as well as for the class. So that's what you can see in this small program. So we have told abstract class B. So here the abstract keyword we are using. What do you mean? What do we mean by abstract? Means I don't want to show completely. I just want to show only some part. That is what abstract. Then what is class B? So name of the class, that is B. Then abstract void test. So what is this test is doing? This is a method. Again, how this method is? This test method is also abstract. Then we are using a class C extends B. So what is this class C? This is one more class, and we want to inherit the properties of B. That is, a B is a base class. So when we are using an inheritance, we use a extends keyword. Okay, then here we have told abstract a test. So then whatever the implementation we want, we will do it in a void dot test method. So then system dot out dot println, we're just printing something in the test method. So that is test overridden in the class C. So you can see here, this is a, in this class, this is a base class, and here it is a, again, test class we have used, and here we are overriding the test. And the main program, main class, where the main function is there, main, then program is started, then create an object for a class called as a C. That is, and we are saying it as a C1. C1 equals C equals to C1 equal to new dot C. So how do we create objects? Create objects via a new keyword, and we are calling, with help of that object, we are calling a method test and the program end. So what should be my output? So the output of the program will be program started, test, and a program end. Let me copy the program and show you how the execution of this program will be. Yeah, if we execute this program, so what are the outputs we are expecting? We should expect, you don't again say why every time, because this W3 school, they don't want to declare a class as a public, because it is default. That's what they don't want. So that's how every time public is not required. So that's okay. So here we can see here, this is class where the execution of the program starts, and this is a main method. And after this, so what is the next line we have? We have a system dot out dot program start. So this will be, this is printed here. Okay, after that, created an object. So for which class? For C class. So that's what here, C class object we have created. What is the object name we have given? We have given C1. And in C1, we have, after using the object, we are calling a method called as a test. So the test is here as well as in the base class. So but because we are overriding it, so this will be printed here. So you can see whatever we have given in a test dot overridden in the class, so that is printed here. After this two statements, so we are just printing one more, that is program end. So that is also printed here. So that's how here you can see in this program what we are seeing is, we are seeing the abstract class and abstract method, and how that base class and derived class, and in a derived class we are using a test method. So that's what is a test is overridden by the class. Okay, so let us see one more and we'll stop here. Okay, similarly, what we have done there, same as the earlier program, same as the earlier program, but small change in this. Okay, so here what we have done, the same thing. Last time what we have taken is again abstract class. Then here we have taken even saying a static. So static void test. So you can see in earlier class we have taken just abstract method. Here we have even taken a static method with the method name as a test. So this test of a class A and test 1 we have taken. So then public class basic abstract 1. So then public static void main, then string. So this is what here we have done, the program. So then program is started. And here we have created an object for a.test. So A is a abstract class and test is this one. This is not an abstract method. This is a static. Just we have told it as just a test. And how is this that the test is in the static? We have declared it as a static, and we are calling that a.test using a class. We are calling a test. So then after that this is printed. So that's what you can see. First one is program started. After that this is printed here. So then this test, you're calling this test here. So we have called a test overridden in a class. So then program. So that's what here this program says to us. Let me stop here. Any doubts? Any doubts till now, whatever we have covered? Okay. So let's need revise and stop for today. Okay. So in the third module, we have started with interfaces. So what is interface? Interface is a reference type in Java. It is similar to class, but here it is a collection of abstract methods. So that's the reason I just explained you what is abstract. So what you are doing in the interface is a collection of abstract method. A class implementation cannot be done in the interface, thereby inheriting the abstract method of the interface. So then along with abstract method, an interface may also contain constant, default methods, static methods, and a nested type. Then method bodies uh, exists only for default methods and static method. Writing an interface is similar to writing a class, but a class describes the attributes and behavior of an object, and an interface contains behavior that a class implements. Unless the class that implements the interface is abstract, all the methods of the interface need to be defined in the class. Then what is interface? Interface is similar like to class in the following ways. An interface can contain any number of methods. An interface is written within a file with a Java extension with the name of the interface matching the name of the file. The bytecode of an interface appears in the .class file. Interface appears in the package, and their corresponding bytecode file must be in a directory structure that matches the package name. Then how do we declare the interface? So the interface keyword is used to declare an interface. Here is a simple declaration of an interface. So that you can use a file name for the interface. Then import what are the packages, inbuilt methods you want, you can use them. So then public interface, name of the interface. So then in the interface, you can use a final static fields as well as abstract methods. This is an example for creating an interface name. You can declare constant fields also, declare methods that abstract by the default. To declare an interface, use an interface keyword. It is used to provide total abstraction. That means all the methods in the interface are declared with empty body and are public, and all default are are public, static, and final by default. A class that implements interface must implement all the methods declared in the interface. To implement interface, use implements keyword. Then why do we use interface? It is used to achieve total abstraction. So why should we use a interface to achieve this total abstraction? So what is abstraction? Hiding completely the data. We don't want to disclose everything. So we just want to say, today you have your internals. And this is what the subject. But we initially only we don't give you the question paper. We give each question paper at that particular moment. That's what is similar like the abstraction. Since Java does not support multiple inheritance in case of classes, so by using interface, we can achieve the multiple inheritance. So it is also used to achieve loose coupling. Interface can be used to implement abstraction. So the question arises, why use interface when we have abstract class? Class and interface. In class, you can instantiate variables and creating an object. Class can contain concrete with implementation method. The access specifier used with classes are private, protected, and public. Interface. In an interface, you cannot instantiate variable and create an object. The interface cannot contain concrete with implementation method. The interface only one specifier is used as a public. So then how do we use the implementing an interface? This is how a class implements an interface. It has to provide the body of all the methods that are declared in interface, or in other words, you can say that class has to implement all the methods of the interface. So this is a program where we have used only one single interface and one class, and how the interface is used in the class demo. And we are using a keyword called as a implements. So in the method 1 and method 1, we are just implementing of method, and method 2 implements of a method. So then that's what is my interface object equals to new demo and object dot method 1. So then using interface reference, you can declare variables as object reference that use an interface rather than a class type. Any instance of any class that implements the declared interface can be referred to by such a variable. When you call a method through one of these in reference, the correct version will be called based on the actual instance of the interface being referred to. This is one of the key features of the interface. The method to be executed is looked up dynamically at runtime, allowing classes to be created later than the object which calls methods on them. So in the following program, so what we have done, we have created one interface where the interface name is a speed, and within that interface name, we have created one more method called as a top speed. That interface is used in 3 different classes, one in Audi, one in Ford, one in BMW. And the top speed method, in that we are doing different operations. Just we are doing display part, but to show you what are the different things we can do. In Audi, we gave print statement 250. In Ford, we gave 220. So in BMW, we gave 300. So created 3 classes with one interface, and the same interface method we have used in 3 different classes, and create an object for different classes and call that method and display them. That's what we have done in this program. So then implementing multiple inheritance, multiple interfaces. So in the earlier program, we have just used only one interface. Can we use 2 interfaces? Yes, we can use. So we can use 2 interfaces, that is I1 and I2, to just show you how the multiple interfaces can be used in Java program. So we have started with 2 interfaces, that is interface I1, interface I2, abstract. So we have told is abstract string method 1, method 2, class multiple interface, that is implements I1 and I2, then method 1 and method 2. In the method 1, that is how return and hello from method 1, return hello from method 2. So then public static void main, so multiple interface mi equals to new multiple interface. Then we are just calling those 2 methods, method 1 and method 2, using the object mi what we have created. So this is what is using 2 interfaces. So in the same way, can we overload the constructor? Yes, we can. So that this is a program says to you how to overload the constructors. So we have created class called as a overload constructor. In that we have one more class called as a dog, and in that we have created two constructor, one constructor with passing a string and another constructor with no arguments. And for each of these constructors we have created a objects. For D1 we have created a first object where we are passing one variable with a name string as its data type, and here we passed it as a spot. And we have created one more object for another constructor where we are not passing anything, and display both D1 and D2. So that's what we have done here with respect to this program where the two constructors are overloaded. So next, can we pass constants in the interface? Yes, in the Java programming language, the constant interface pattern describes the use of an interface solely to define constant and having classes implement that interface in order to achieve convenient syntactic access to those constants. However, since constants are very often merely an implementation details, and an interface implemented by a class are part of its exported API. So that's what here we can see. We have used one interface where the interface name is a constant. In that interface thing, we have used constant equals to 1. And the class, we have created one more class and used that constant here, interface here. And because the constant is static and final, so what was the last assigned value? So constant last assigned is 2. So that is printed as the output. So can interface extend? Yes, we can extend the interface. So you can see we have created interface 1, and that interface 1 is extended in interface 2. And we in interface 1 we have a function f1. In interface 2 we have a function f2, and interface in the class X implements interface 2, that is f1, f2 and f3. So then class extending the interface. So public void f1, public void f2, f3. So that is interface v2, reference variable of interface. Then v2 equals to new x, v2 dot f1, f2, and creating one more object x1 and calling all the three function f1, f2 and f3 and displaying what is there in the methods. Can we do a nested interface? Yes, we can do. Nested interface is we can declare interface as a member of a class or another interface. We can do either within a class or within the interface. So that this is one example where we have created a class. Within that class we have a interface. Similarly, we can even do for interface and interface. Now then we have started with packages. So package is a collection of similar types of class, interface and subpackage. And in packages we have two types, that is inbuilt package and user defined package. So then this is an example for a user defined package where we have created a package called as shape, and we have created three classes, circle, square and triangle, and imported that package into a class, and we are using all circle, square and triangle. So next is built-in packages, similar like how user defined. So we have a built-in packages which is developed by already a compiler, Java compiler who has developed it. They have already created, felt that these are frequently used packages. So in that case, they use so many built-in packages, that is java.language, java.io, java.utility, java.applet, java.awt, java.net. So like this, there are so many other inbuilt packages which we can use in our programming or in any project. So then that's what the user defined. Just now I showed you the program where how to define a package. So then we started with a static, how to import the static. So this is what are the advantage of static using the static import and what is the disadvantage of static import. So then we have taken one small example and say how the program is working. So this is what here, and I'll stop your class now. And attendance. Okay. So attendance, I'll take it in the next class. So study well for your internals. Write all the 5 questions. So when is your Java